So let's make some money today. Let's talk about Thursday yesterday, exactly what I told you on the SPY. I said the SPY was going to go down yesterday between 2 and 3%. End of day. Do you know where it finished at? 2.35% down. I told you this pre-market. Now today could be a little worrisome. Why? First off, we've got employment or unemployment numbers coming out at 8:30. So pay special attention. Number two, Amazon came out with earnings, right? And what I told you is Amazon needed to beat on the top line, the bottom line, forecast out for quarter one and quarter two in order for it to go up. Now, all transparency, I was incorrect. Amazon came out with earnings per share of $27 per one share. The estimate was $3 per share. So they beat it by 800%. Now, with that said, top line revenue was down. And then they talked about forecasting for quarter one, and they said supply chain issues, which will bring Amazon down. Then they said quarter two, which they report in quarter three, they have extra expenditures. So now you say, okay, well, the first 3 months, we're already in February, the first 3 months could be tough for Amazon. And then you go from April to June when they report in July or August, probably July. And then you say that could be difficult as well. So from the point Amazon's at right now, 3,100, 3,200, up 12% pre-market. Let's remember it was up 17%. I happen to think it's going to give away its gains. So if you're curious of what I think, those numbers did not impress me. In fact, after Amazon came out with earnings, and I tend not to watch CNBC and these other hoo-has from talking, but I heard two analysts because I was reviewing the numbers, and I'm like, these are not that impressive besides for earnings per share. And one of them agreed with me, and the other one was a little split. And then I spoke to one of my buddies who I trust from New York, and I said, dude, what do you think? And he said, listen, if I wasn't watching after hours and you told me exactly what you're telling me about Amazon's breakdown, I would think Amazon would be down after hours. And I was like, that's what I was saying. That's what I was telling people. So, okay, we've got that. Next, we also have Russia getting closer to invading the Ukraine. Now, remember, 2 weeks ago, I said wouldn't happen. Vladimir Putin wouldn't do something like that. Yesterday, I came out, or a week ago, I came out and I flipped the switch. And yesterday, I came out, and now I'm like 96, 97% sure he is going to invade. I cannot feel more strong about it. I've been calling the market off the chain lately, and I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. And when it does, the world's economies will be in trouble. Now, it's not like all stocks are going to shoot down all at once. It's more of, hey, there's uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to go to war? Are we going to defend NATO? What's Germany going to do? What are the other allies going to do? What is Russia saying? Why they attacked? You know, there were plots, and then you have to watch the news to figure out what's going on there. But let's talk about the 10-year and the US dollar. US dollar still at 95.24. The 10-year, which spiked yesterday to like 1.85, is probably back at like 1.83. So what am I thinking about today? Great question, Matt. Let's get the SPY up there so we can talk about how we're going to play the SPY today. You know what? In fact, I'm going to pull it up so it's even larger on the screen because we get to the SPY, and let's remember it went from 430, which it was a few days ago last week, remember? And then it shot all the way up to 457, which kind of surprised me because I said I expected the market to consolidate. So the decision you have to make is what's happened yesterday and after hours. Is that consolidation, or are we in a bear market? So those are the two decisions to make. Now, me personally, I try and tell you every day how I am planning on making money. So what we saw in the SPY is the SPY started out plus 1%. Right now, if you look at the SPY, it's 44,446.30. It's basically even on the day because people are saying, well, Amazon shot up. Everything shot up. I mean, they took Snap up. Snap was up 1%, then 3%. Now it's up like 50% pre-market. Now I get it. Snap reported decent numbers. They're showing you growth, but they reported 22 cents earnings per share versus the estimated 10 cents earnings per share. So they beat by 100%, but they beat by 12 cents. Let's not go crazy. 12 cents per share on Snap. And I rarely open my phone when I'm talking to you guys, but let's just see how many shares of Snap are outstanding. Okay, there's 1.6 billion shares of Snap outstanding. So they beat by 10 cents, let's say, okay, or 12 cents. But let's just say 10 cents. They beat by $160 million. $160 million. Ready for the math portion? The market cap for Snap will increase. Ready? $20 billion. So they beat, okay, by $160 million for 1 quarter. And the market cap for the stock just increased $20 billion. Do you see the problem there? Yes. So let's get into how we're going to make money today, because my light bulb just went off. In fact, I don't buy the market recovering. I'm not into Amazon's earnings. I saw what happened to Ford. Now, the crazy thing is, I actually like Ford. Ford had earnings. They're down 5 or 6% pre-market. They're down to like $19. I like Ford at $19, but I will not buy stocks today, because if I'm correct and there's still volatility in the market and the market goes down, and I told you yesterday, 2 to 3% on the SPY pre-market, and I nailed it. So now we're at 446. We're flat pre-market. What's going to happen today? Well, I told you yesterday that if the market goes down, which I think it will, I believe we're going to revisit 441, 442, and 443, which would mean the SPY would go down another 1% today at some point. Now, when I say the SPY is going down, like yesterday morning, the markets looked up and people were like, oh man, this guy's going to be wrong. But the whole thing is, you give yourself enough time. The markets ended yesterday where I said. So I don't control every minute, every second in the market, but I can tell you my theory, my reasoning, and where I expect this to buy and why. And then you use the market direction like people did on my platform yesterday as the SPY was going up and it crossed 57. They said, Matt said the SPY is going down. I'm buying puts, and a lot of my members crushed it. So please play safe, play within yourself. Check out my other videos. I've been crushing predictions lately, and I'll see you later.